All right, I want to go over the assembly or disassembly of the bullpup trigger for the Mini. And I left the cheek plate off so you can see internally there. Okay, so what you do is, the first thing you typically do is we'll take this little stop block, I call it, and that just keeps this rod from vibrating and adjusting itself. Okay, so once you take that loose, then what you do is you actually go this way. I guess it's counterclockwise. Go this way with the rod. So it comes loose. You take this off like that, and go ahead and unscrew it. The rod comes apart. Then you come up in the front up here. You got these two flat heads there. So let's take these two flat head bolts out like that. And like that. So that takes it apart. So you can get to anything that you need to get to, and you can knock that off like that and it comes apart. These things are real simple. Now I'm going to put it back together and I'll show you how to adjust it. So put this in here like this. It's really important that you get these two lined up. You can see you can move this forward and backwards, up and down like this. So you want to be sure and center that. You can do it by eye. Just get it centered, then tighten it down like that. And then on the rod, you've got a left-handed thread and a right-handed thread. Okay, so right-handed thread goes back to the rear trigger housing back here. So flip it over like that, and I will actually squeeze the trigger, take the safety off and squeeze the trigger, and you can see the block in there move. So that allows me it to be visible. So I put it right there. And then this is left-hand thread, so I'm going in reverse. So I'm basically screwing it out, screw it in. So I'll tighten it down. And I'm watching this right here. And the one thing you want to do is, whenever you want a little bit of a gap, this being back here, you want a little bit of a gap to where you can slide your stop block into like that. And then push that stop block, the rear block forward, adjustment block, and then just tighten it down. Now this is a right-handed thread, so you're going to tighten it down. Now from this to this is like a turnbuckle, so it's pulling everything together. So when I get this tight, you'll see it actually pulls that forward, which is controlling the sear pin, which is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten this down. All the way down. See, I've got it flush against there. And if I loosen it, want to make it easier, then I go in reverse. It makes the gap larger. So that's good and tight now. That's where it needs to be. And you can see you got plenty of contact with the sear pin and the roller. when you squeeze the trigger. And notice, see, once if it's like that, then once you have gone too far. So what I'll do is I'll go back here. I'll loosen it just a little bit. And watch this. See how it freely resets? And that's because I've adjusted this a little bit. I had gone a little bit too far. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten this back up on both of these. Now that keeps it from rotating like that. And if I want to make the trigger easier, then what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll loosen this up, these two here. Or if I want to adjust the trigger, it may be too easy or it may be too hard, and this is the way I adjust them. But if it's too hard, what I'll do is I'll go right here to the set screw. That's your trigger adjustment, and I'll tighten this down. And as I tighten this down, this pushes that back. See how it moves? That's how I control where it seats on the sear pin and on the roller. So once I get it where I want it, I'll just go and tighten this back down. Like that. And like that. And there you go. Everything is back working properly. Pretty simple, but it works really well. Thank you.